Sure nice to have you here, Mr. President.
Well, it's real nice to be here, Governor Lowry. It's just a wonderful state that you have here.
Oh, great, thanks.
It's great.
God, I'm uncomfortable. I'm standing next to the President of the United States. I don't know what to do with my hands. Everybody's looking at me, and I've got an itch that's killing me. I can't even think about anything else. I just got to scratch that thing. If I could just get down for one little scratch, the thing is starting to kill me. My mouth is going dry. I'm starting to obsess about it. I got to scratch the thing. If I could just scratch close to it. If I could just get close to it. Just maybe... Oh, yeah.
The secret thoughts of Mike Lowry will not be seen tonight, so that we may bring you the following episode of Almost Live.
I guess we all know if there's one thing we learned at the APEC conference this week, if you don't have security, you just don't have it. You know, Clinton's gone, but a few of the Secret Service hung around, pick up a little freelance money, and I got him till Wednesday, and it's pretty cool. No more parking problems. I get right through the checkout lines at the supermarket, and that constant problem of mine, bouncers at strip clubs, thing of the past, thing of the past. Of course, there's different levels of security. I don't know if you know this, that the Sultan of Brunei, he brought in an entire plane load of guards. But this is interesting. The Canadian Prime Minister, did you know this? He just brought those big fat guys from Bachman-Turner Overdrive. Did you know that? That's all he needed. They were effective. They were taking care of business. You know, anyway, they really needed a lot of security because the hotels in Seattle were crammed with foreign dignitaries and Cougar fans in town for the Apple Cup, which we have a few here, which is great, you know. Boy, yeah. No, Cougar fans and dignitaries, a good mix, right? You know, right. The sensitive negotiations interrupted every half hour for a beer run. So it was a little tough. The security, they had to be very careful to identify the two groups and keep them as far apart as possible. So they used some very sophisticated techniques to determine who was a visiting dignitary and who was a Cougar fan. For example, a dignitary will ask a bellman for help with his bags. A Cougar will ask a bellman for help getting his friend's head unstuck from the ice machine. That's just a given right there. That's number one. That's just off the top. A dignitary is completely suave in manner. A Cougar steals the little bottles of Suave shampoo. You know that? A dignitary doesn't use English as a primary language. A Cougar doesn't use English as a primary language. A dignitary will be impeccably groomed. A Cougar will be wearing the sanitized for your protection wrapper as a hat. And finally, a dignitary will be escorted into the lobby flanked by large gun-toting police. A Cougar will be escorted out of the lobby flanked by large gun-toting police. Which I think makes it somewhat clear. I guess, though, it didn't go too well for the Cougs today, which is, you know, at least a field goal. So come on. No, I just want to say, in the big, important Apple Cup it was just too important to put on television, that things didn't go well. But I just want to tell all of you Huskies and Cougars out there, I just want to say, make the most of your college years and hold on to all those youthful ideals, because if you don't, it could mean trouble. Take a look. No, Phil, listen to me. It's a bad acquisition at this time. The market's all wrong. Just stay out of it. Just sit tight, yeah. All right, just a minute, yeah, just a minute. Yeah, I'll see you at the club on Thursday. Yeah, hold on. Yeah, come in. What is it? Jeez.
Richard Davis,
Yeah?
I will kill you now.
What? Why?
You asked for it.
What are you talking about, man? I never asked anybody to kill me.
Don't you remember? 20 years ago? At that party at Ray's house down in the basement?
What, Ray Fitch? Man, I haven't seen him since college. That guy was like a stoner. I mean, you know, I used to go to parties at his house.
I come from a place in the future where we monitor college parties. We listen very carefully. In 1973, you made a vow.
Hey, guys, listen. Hey, if I ever wear like a suit and tie and become one of those money-grubbing corporate pigs, would you do me a favor? Just shoot me, okay? Just shoot me.
Right on, yeah.
Now I am here to honor your request.
Hey, look, I was in college, all right? I didn't know anything about the real world. Why don't you grow up? Give me a break.
That's a rationalization. That's what the other people said.
The others? What, who else have you seen?
Remember Donald, the campus radical?
Oh, man. If I ever vote Republican, just kill me. Just kill me.
4 more years! 4 more years!
And there was Pete, the rocker.
Hey, the day I tell somebody to turn down the music, man, that's the day I want to die.
Dixon, turn that garbage down!
And those feminists.
Okay, you know, if I ever, become just a housewife, kill me, okay? Shoot me.
Or if I ever say anything like my mother, God, put me out of my misery.
I will.
Rachel is loving Bush this year.
Oh, that's wonderful. Oh, has she found a dress for the cotillion?
We're debating a neckline.
Ah.
Just a minute here. I think you and I can make a little deal because we need a new head of corporate security around here, and I can tell you're a real go-getter.
You sell out.
You know, we can offer you a really good package of stock options.
Miserable, slimy, sellout, corporate establishment sales type dog.
You can use my timeshare on Maui. Wait a minute. You never told me what happened to Ray. What happened to Ray?
Man, if I ever stop smoking dope, somebody just kill me, okay?
Here's the last name on the list.
Wow. So you blew them all away, man?
I had it coming. They were all slimy sellouts. Not like you, Ray. So you've been here 20 years.
No way. Has it been 20 years?
Yeah.
Cool.
Crank the tune, dude.
All right, stay with us. We've got a great show, and we'll be right back.
I can't do anything right.
Nobody will ever love me.
I'm a useless human being.
I'm pathetic and don't deserve to live.
Is your negative self-talk getting you down and hurting your self-esteem? Have you tried replacing it with positive self-talk, like, I am a worthwhile person and I can have whatever I want, only to find that you're still the same miserable loser you were before? Sure you have. But now there is a solution to debilitating negative self-talk, and it's not positive self-talk. It's negative self-talk about others. Think about it. If others are worse off than you, then you can't be doing too badly, right? Listen to these examples.
Sarah in marketing has much fatter thighs than I do.
Look at the way the vinyl's peeling off the top of Brian's Matador.
I can always beat Jean at tennis because she holds her racket like an idiot.
Tom is not only balder than I am, but he has a funny shaped head as well.
See the difference? That's personal power. And it can be yours in just 6 short weeks with our new audio tape course, Self-Esteem for the 90s, Negative Self-Talk About Others. Thousands of people have benefited already. Here's one of them now.
I always thought I was pretty much of a nobody. You know, just kind of a poor, stupid, not very attractive weight hanging around the neck of society. But then I got Self-Esteem for the 90s, Negative Self-Talk About Others, and learned how to look for things to feel good about. Like the fact that my neighbor Henry has a much bigger nose than I do, and that I make more money in a single day than my 12-year-old paperboy does in a day and a half. And also, I'm 4 inches taller than my boss. That makes me feel really good about myself.
So don't put it off any longer. Send for your copy of Self-Esteem for the 90s, Negative Self-Talk About Others today, and start feeling good about yourself tomorrow.
Hello. We have nothing to fear but fear itself. Franklin Delano Roosevelt said those words. They're memorable, aren't they? But did you know that Roosevelt also said, Eleanor, where in the hell is my scotch? Let's pick up the pace a little, baby. Or Captain John Smith, who proclaimed, the Mayflower has landed. He also turned to Miles Standish at the first Thanksgiving dinner and asked, have you ever seen turkeys do it? Well, as America prepares to celebrate the Thanksgiving season, it seems appropriate that we remember the wisdom of these and other great Americans. Perhaps they aren't the most inspired thoughts, but we believe mundane utterances should be remembered too. And that's why we've compiled this handy new reference book, Bartlatt's Not So Familiar American Quotations. For instance, most people know John F. Kennedy for his immortal line, ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country. But our Kennedy quote is, quick, hide, I think Jackie's coming. Yes, and honest Abraham Lincoln, who wrote, we cannot dedicate, we cannot consecrate, we cannot hallow this ground, also once exclaimed, oh boy, pudding. In Bartlatt's Not So Familiar American Quotations, you'll find special chapters for different kinds of below-average sayings. There's the somewhat less than famous overheard conversation section, which includes Benjamin Franklin's revealing remark, John Adams has got to have the hairiest butt in the Continental Congress. Or Horace Greeley, who urgently confided, I got a pee so bad my back teeth are swimming. And the great Ulysses S. Grant, who muttered, maybe it's the liquor talking, but Mary Lincoln is looking mighty foxy tonight. Now, in addition, you'll find a chapter devoted entirely to first draft versions of what later became famous quotations. For example, did you know Patrick Henry's give me liberty or give me death started out as, I got your liberty right here, how about that, pal? Or that famous line, Watson, come quick, I need you, by Alexander Graham Bell, actually began as, put on something silky, Watson, and get in here now. And as a special bonus, this updated edition contains a brand new chapter, Everything Ronald Reagan Ever Said. Included on these 2 pages are, where am I? I must have nodded off. And Mommy needs a spanking. So don't forget, Bartlatt's Not So Familiar American Quotations. Pick one up today and get to know the real America.
Studio amplification for Almost Live provided by American Music. Now open in Tacoma.
Are you hungry for a big meal?
Welcome to Mom's. Is this your first time here?
Yeah.
Okay, here's your menu. I'll be with you in just a minute.
I mean, a really big meal?
Hi, darling. We're so happy to see you. We're so glad to stop by. Mwah.
Thanks. Say, I was wondering about the special.
Oh, I know what you want. I spend all afternoon whipping it up. Pot roast and mashed potatoes and little baby carrots.
Well, no, really,
Oh, you love pot roast. It's your favorite.
Well, actually, I don't eat red meat.
Oh, pooh. It's good for you. Here.
Then come on down to Mom's all-you-must-eat restaurant.
But really,
What's wrong? Is there something wrong?
Well, no,
Well, then eat. Oh, you look so thin. A boy like you shouldn't look so thin. You need to build up those muscles. How do you ever expect to catch a good wife looking like that?
At Mom's, you'll get plenty of food at a reasonable price. In fact, you'll get more food than you bargained for.
Have some more mashed potatoes. I have plenty.
Look, I'm really full.
What? You don't like my cooking? I've been up since 6 o'clock this morning, slaving away over a hot stove. I worked my fingers to the bone. And now you say you don't like my cooking? You just don't love me anymore, do you?
No, it's... Oh, those mashed potatoes look great. Could I have seconds?
Oh, you're such a good eater. You're Mommy's biggest little eater. Yes, you are.
Mom's all-you-must-eat restaurant. A lot to eat, whether you want it or not.
Welcome to the John Report. I'm John. Here's my report. Well, Ross Perot bashed NAFTA for over an hour at a half-filled Paramount Theater last Sunday. A promoter for the event said that the place probably would have been completely empty if Queensryche hadn't opened for him. Under a proposed plan, the University of Washington students will be able to get loans without doing much paperwork. UW officials said they got the idea from Billy Joe Hobart. A Kent couple is suing over nude pictures of them that appeared in the magazine Deja Vu Showgirls, claiming that it caused them shock, humiliation, and embarrassment. They said that most of their friends and relatives had no idea they lived in Kent. Well, the Twin Peaks tour is the most popular non-political activity among APEC delegates during the Northwest visit. The tour includes an old-fashioned cup of joe, a slice of cherry pie, and being wrapped in a sheet of plastic and left for dead on the banks of the Snoqualmie Falls. A Vashon Island man has won $10,000 from a local bank for an essay he wrote about strange and unusual places. The man wrote about a bike which had grown into a tree. Second place in the contest went to Como TV's Dick Foley, who wrote about sharing a dressing room with Ken Schramm. A semi-trailer overturned near Olympia earlier this week, losing its load of 6,000 chickens onto I-5. Many of the chickens were killed in the accident, but the fortunate survivors were rounded up, transferred to another truck, and continued on their way to the slaughterhouse. Journeyman guard Pete Meyer is taking Michael Jordan's place on the Chicago Bulls. Chicago coaches say that although Myers doesn't jump, shoot, or play defense as well as Jordan, he places much smarter bets. Finally, officials from at least 15 corporations have sent money to support Oregon Senator Bob Packwood, including a representative from the Hallmark Company. A Hallmark Company spokesperson said they're trying to get Packwood to endorse their new line of "Sorry I Groped You" cards. This has been the John Report. Thank you. We'll be right back.
What is chasing the dragon?
That's when you smoke heroin instead of shooting it directly into your bloodstream.
What's a speedball?
It's a mixture of heroin and cocaine.
How can you get a full-time phone line at a part-time price?
I don't know.
You can't be an expert at everything. With U.S. Western's standby line, you only pay for the time you use, plus a small monthly fee. So it's the perfect additional line for faxes, credit cards, or those busy times when you need another phone line. Hey, you know drugs.
We sure do.
And we know phones. The small business group at U.S. Western, making the most of your time.
Well, that's just about all we have for Almost Live this week. So we'll just say bye-bye, and we'll see you next week. At this time, congratulations, Huskies. Way to go.
Another piece of pie. I know you love rhubarb pie. There's plenty left.